Good morning, South Anchorage High School. It is Wednesday, September 9th. It is 9/9/20, and it is another day here at the WolverineDen.org. And we're super stoked that you're here joining us today. We have a whole team of crew here that's going to talk to you about everything that's happening in the South Anchorage world. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have some fun. Just a quick rundown on how everything's going in your world. We are like almost 4 weeks into this thing, 3-4 weeks into this thing. I think last thing I heard is this Friday is like technically end of what would be the quarter in this quarter semester model of these three classes. So I hope you've been doing really well and getting your homework turned in, because it's kind of midterm for these three classes this week, which is bonkers up in my mind. So let's get the team in here joining us and talking about what's happening. We're going to bring it right down here to the crew. Welcome back, crew. Good to see you, and you. Dr. Allman, take it away. Let us know what's happening in the world of South Anchorage High School and the greater education community.
Yep, so just to reiterate what Mr. Butterfield said, October 15th will be effectively the end of first semester. So we are at about the midterm point, if you want to consider it that way. So to everyone out there, or all students especially, and parents, just make sure that you're making adequate progress as you move along in your classes, or are asking for help if you're not, if you need it especially. I think the biggest wave this week has been the announcement that competition is going to resume in sports. There are going to be an awful lot of mitigation efforts that are associated with that. So each athlete who is participating in any contest will be given 2 tickets, only 2 tickets, and they can give those 2 tickets to whomever they choose. And then those ticket holders show up at our gate. We will take the ticket from the person who got it from their athlete. We will take your temperature. We'll record your temperature, and we'll ask you for a good contact in case we need to do contact tracing if there does happen to be a positive case at an event. And then you'll be welcome to go into the stadium or wherever the competitive space is. Once you're in the competitive space, the bleachers will be marked so that we can maintain social distance between households or smaller circles. And we would ask everyone to not congregate outside of the stadium, because really the ability for us to continue to let our athletes compete is going to depend on us following the mitigation strategies and the municipal guidance on social distancing and large group gatherings. So, we know it's actually for football games, there's plenty of space in the 2 adjacent practice fields, but we really can't have people hanging out in those areas because we won't be meeting the requirements to sustain activity. So just a favor to ask everyone that we abide by the guidelines, be patient with us, because we're trying to do our best under the circumstances so that kids can get back on the field, and cross-country course, and volleyball court, and tennis court, and all of those things. So same thing will apply to cross-country. Of course, it's a larger course. But really we have to maintain the 2 spectator per athlete rule, and those spaces will be cleared after each game. So there will be a ticket associated with, for instance, a C game, JV game, varsity game. So you might have to take laps if you have multiple tickets to events. But that's the short explanation of the mitigation strategies that we're going to use for hosting these. And that starts tonight with C-Team flag football at Diamond. We host Chugiak for JV tackle football at 6 p.m. Thursday. Then we host their varsity flag and tackle teams at 3:30 and 6 on Friday. And our cross-country team runs, I believe, also against Chugiak. Ben, you can correct me, at 1 p.m. At Kincaid.
All right, so that was the short version. Here's the short version of that whole piece right there. And yes, I am switching cameras because, I got to one-up Elliot once in a while, because it makes me very happy to do so. So here's the short short version for all you folks out there. Athletic type people in the sports ball places, they're going to get 2 tickets. They're going to give those 2 tickets to 2 people. If you're not one of those 2 people getting those 2 tickets, don't come to the game. You can watch these games on the NFHS network, I believe, and you can look that up to get more information. I'm sure you'll hear stuff from coaches and from teammates as well, and there's probably a little fee associated with that, but you'll be able to figure that out if you want to watch those games. And we're going to do this. It's kind of like, hey, Mom, Dad, I want to drive the car, but you can't drive the car because you got to prove to us that you should drive the car. But I really want to drive the car, but you can't drive the car until you show us you're a responsible person. So we're going to sit on the other side of that car while you drive that car. But, Mom, because you got to prove to us that you can handle this. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here, folks, is showing everybody that we can go there, we can do what's right, we can do the right thing, we can make sure we watch the game so we can get back to school, get back to more of these things, and watch some tackling football. All right, so we're going to bring it back to this crew down here, talk a little bit more about what's happening. So, we got a big question we want to hit out there right now. It's the biggest question that was at southvote.com, and we got it over and over and over and over and over again. You guys seem really interested in knowing whether or not you all get to see me next quarter. So, Elliot, will you let us know what that big question that's rotating around is? I mean, we got a whole, 10 people that are really, really concerned with seeing the answer to this live.
So, Dr. Allman, the question is, when will we be able to see what teachers we have for next quarter?
2-part answer. So, first answer is it's kind of implied by which 3 courses you're not taking right now that you normally would have taken first semester. Second answer is if there are multiple teachers for that one specific class, then you'll have to wait a little bit longer. This week, we've started placing those in the schedule, and so we'll be working on that over the next couple of weeks with the hopes to get everyone informed as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I just got to tell you, if you're one of my students asking that question, like we need to get away from this guy, who do we get to see next quarter? I got to tell you the truth, get my work done before you start figuring out if you're going to go do someone else's work. Honestly, please. It's not like I'm giving you that much. You just get it done. And then when we get into this space where we're looking in the chat, I'm not seeing anything coming in on there, and that's pretty good. What other info do you have for the betterment of our academics and or our sanity as we're going through what we're going through here, Dr. Allman? And once you get through that, we have some groundbreaking news to share with everyone back home.
I think if some folks may have seen the school board meeting last night, I'll go back to activities real quick. That's opened back up. I think that's a first step in kind of exploring what it will be like to be back in person. If you think about it, we really haven't had an athletic competition or a large group on any field or athletic space since last February. So it's been a while. And I think this is a real opportunity for us to test the system. So if that means if parents, athletes, coaches, teachers, administrators can all do their part and do it, and we don't have positive cases, I think that's the best possible step we could take in potentially getting students back to school. Of course, that largely depends on the number. Last I looked, I think it was 40 on a 14-day average, but assuming we can successfully conduct activities and that number continues to fall, I think we're under the best conditions we can be for considering how we might do school in person once again, which I know everyone is hopefully looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to it, but again, kind of like that, we got to show we can drive the car, right? Right now, I hate to push this metaphor a little bit further, but Dr. Allman, you're the mom. We gotta be able to drive the car with mom in the car and prove that we can do it. There you go. That went weird. All right, so let's hear some news. We got some news. First off, Helly, do you have anything for the greater order?
I'm not.
No? All right. Elliot, you have anything to report back from student government?
We're working on trying to get some sort of a homecoming court or doing something where we can have some sort of court, because I know a lot of seniors look forward to that their senior year, and just trying to do a bunch of spirited events safely, and that's pretty much it.
All right. Ben, you have anything from the cross-country world to share with all these folks?
Oh, yeah, like Dr. Elman was saying earlier, we got to meet against Chugiak this Saturday, so we're going to be going up against them like the football team.
And that's the sports where you run through the trees, right?
You run as fast as you can.
As fast as
That's
So you practice running as fast as you can so that you can go in the woods and run as fast as you can. I got to tell you, this is complicated stuff. I'm learning more
really hard.
every single day. And Bria, anything for the better of the order? Best way to cook shrimp in the summertime?
No.
No, there's not a good way to cook shrimp in the summertime. Just eat them raw and wriggling.
I mean, you can grill them.
Grill them. All right, there you go. You heard it here first, folks. You can grill them. So here's the news I have for all of you. I got two big events coming up that I wanted to share with everybody back home. The first one I can't tell you about, but the second one, you're going to want to know about it. So tune in next week, same time, same place, where you're going to find out some really big news. The crew knows. They're excited. They're super stoked on everything that I have to say because, well, they have to be. They don't have a choice. But the cool news, too, is that it is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. October 23rd and 24th, we will have the South Anchorage High School parking lot set up with a drive-in movie. We're only going to sell 100 car tickets to get in. It will be the first one. We'll see if it's the last one, and it's quite possible student government's out there having a conversation about introducing homecoming court, so we'll figure all that stuff out, see where we're at. Kind of excited. I'm excited. I don't know if you're excited. I'm excited, so it's going to be a good time. So stay tuned so you can figure out how to get tickets and what films we're going to be showing. We're going to show 2 films on Friday, 3 films on Saturday. Drive-in movie, fun stuff. Get back here next week at wolverineden.org, and remember, put your questions at southvote.com, because if you don't ask us, we don't answer, and then what's the point? Talk to you later. Bye-bye now.